lecture we will find out the different type of tissue system. So there are three type of tissue system which are present in plant. One is epidermal tissue system, the second is ground tissue system, and third one is vascular tissue system. We will take all these tissue system one by one. So first today we are going to take the epidermal tissue system. Epidermal tissue system is the tissue which cover all the outermost part of the plant. That is complete outermost cover of a plant consists of epidermal. Outermost covering of plant body is consist of this epidermal tissue system, and generally the tissue or the cell which are present in this epidermal tissue system are flat. The cell are flat cell and they does not show intercellular space, so they are without intercellular space. This tissue system consists of three things. The first thing that make the epidermal tissue system is the epidermis. Then second is stomata, and third thing is epidermal hair. So these three things comprises the epidermis. Now if we talk about, first we'll talk about the epidermis. So epidermis generally are the outermost layer of any part of the plant. Whether it is root, whether it is leaf, whether it is stem, the outermost covering of plant. So epidermis is the outermost covering of a plant, and usually it is made up of single layer. For example, if we make a epidermis, so it is a single layered having a nucleus in it. Okay, it is single layered having a nucleus in it, and sometime in some plant, for example Nerium, it is multi-layered. Otherwise it is single layered in all, generally in all the plants, but in Nerium it is a multi-layered which is present. And the epidermis of root or stem have a difference in them. That is, epidermis of root does not show any type of opening, whereas epidermis of stem have a small opening or pore that is called as stomatal pore in them. So these epidermis tissue have a dense cytoplasm in them, and their wall are thin, and they have consist of a large vacuole. So generally these epidermis does not show the intercellular space, because if we saw a cell, if we take a longitudinal section, it will like this, but actual it was a hexagonal structure. This will be the other hexagonal structure, this will be the other hexagonal structure. So these are fit together very tightly, that's why they does not show intercellular space. So this is the epidermal tissue, and the epidermal tissue is covered with a cuticle. That is, the covering is of cuticle is present in epidermis tissue of stem and leaf, where cuticle is absent in epidermal tissue of root. Cuticle is the waxy substance that does not allow the loss of water. So that is present in leaf and stem, where it is absent in a root epidermis. Now the second thing that is present is the stomata. Stomata, they are the structure present in epidermis of leaf and sometime on stem when there is a green stem are found. So stomata help in gaseous exchange at a time of respiration and photosynthesis. They are they are minute pore that are found on the epidermis. So if we talk about the structure of stomata, if we talk about the dicot leaf, so here in dicot leaf, the stomata is bean shaped. The stomata is bean shaped, and this outer wall, that is outer to the pore, this wall is thickened. The thickening is found in them. This is the guard cell. This is the stomatal pore is present. Now, if there the thickening is present and here the chloroplast is present, outer to this there was epidermal cell are present, and there are epidermal cells are present. Now this wall is thickened. Why? When the stomata get open, it will stretches out. So this wall get stretched, but inner wall does not going to stretch. So that this during the stretch, this water will come from epidermis to the guard cell and it will exert pressure on the wall of stomatal guard cell. So this here the outermost wall will get a stress and not the inner wall, that make a pore open and does not able to change its shape. Now for stretching, there was fiber are also present. There are many protein fiber are present in guard cell which are arranged in radial manner that keep the cell open. These cell are the epidermal cell, and the cell which are near to the stomata, just near to the stomata, they are called subsidiary cells. Subsidiary cells, and the outer to that subsidiary cell is the epidermis cell. So this is the structure of monodicot stomata. If we talk about the monocot stomata, then the monocot stomata is dumbbell shape. And here also the outer wall towards the guard cell is thickened, and there the rest of the aperture is same. That is the subsidiary cell, and then outer to the subsidiary cell is the epidermal cell. Here also the chloroplast is present and the fiber is present. Whole structure, that is subsidiary cell, epidermal cell, subsidiary cell, guard cell and the stomatal pore, the whole structure is called as stomatal aperture. Okay, it is called as stomatal aperture or stomatal apparatus. So this is the stomata that is present. And if we talk about dicot leaf, then lower epidermis will have more stomata in comparison to the upper epidermis, whereas in monocot leaf both the epidermis will contain equal amount of stomata. Because if we talk about dicot leaf, I have told you that is the if monocot is isobilateral, where that is not isobilateral leaf. So that's why monocot leaf is like this. So both the side of epidermis will have same amount of stomata, whereas dicot leaf straight like this. So lower epidermis where sun rays goes less, then there are more stomata, and the upper surface, to minimize the loss of water, there is less stomata. Now the third thing that is present in our epidermal tissue system, and that is called as hair, epidermal hair, or it is the outgrowth of epidermis, or you can say what are the outgrowth that are present in epidermis, that will be the epidermal. Now the next is epidermal hair. Now this epidermal hair can be present in root as well in shoot. Both places these epidermal hair are present. Generally when it is present in root, it is unicellular, where it in shoot, if we talk about, they may be multicellular. This is the difference between the hair that are present in root and shoot. And in root, they will help in absorption of water, where in shoot, if they are present, so they are for protection, that is they are protective, and they will prevent loss of water. They will present loss of water. In some plant, there the formation of one more thing is present, that is epidermal hair, that is present on stem, are also known as trichome. It is called as trichome. It may be unicellular or multicellular. Sometime it may be branch or unbranched. Their main function is for protection. The second main function is to minimize loss of water. And the third main function, it may be secretory. Means they may secrete some fluid. For example, there are many plants that does not grazed by the animal because they are producing irritants. Irritants means when the grazing animal does not go near to them. And sometimes if there are many plants that will touch to it, will find itching, etc. That is the irritant that was produced by these trichome hair to as a self protection. So this is